Today I am reviewing the Touchstone Smart Electric Fireplace. If at any time you'd like to explore this product for yourself and grab it at a great price, be sure to check the links below the video. If you have been eyeing those sleek, modern fireplaces you see on interior design shows but you live in a place where a real chimney is impossible, the Touchstone Sideline 28-inch electric fireplace is probably on your radar. I have been using this unit for a few weeks now, and I have some clear thoughts on whether it is actually worth the effort of cutting a hole in your wall. First off, let's talk about the look. Electric fireplaces have a reputation for looking like cheap plastic televisions, but the Sideline actually manages to avoid that trap. The flame quality is surprisingly good. It offers 5 different settings that range from a soft, dim glow to a much brighter, more aggressive flicker. I found that using the crystal hearth option makes it look a bit more modern and reflects the light better than the faux logs, but that is purely a matter of personal taste. The best part is that the front glass stays relatively cool, so if you have pets or kids, you are not dealing with the same safety hazards as a traditional hearth. You can check the link below the video if you want to see the current pricing or check the exact dimensions for your wall. Installation is where things get interesting. This is designed to be recessed into a wall, which means you're going to need some basic carpentry skills. You need to be comfortable working with framing studs and potentially drywall. If you are not, you might want to hire a professional or use the included wall mount bracket to hang it like a picture frame, though it looks much cleaner when it is flush with the wall. One thing to keep in mind is the clearance. Touchstone recommends 8 inches of space between the top of the unit and your television. I know a lot of people want to stack these directly under a TV, but please do not ignore that spacing requirement, as the heat vents are front-facing and you do not want to bake your electronics. When it comes to the heating element, you need to manage your expectations. This is a 1,300 watt heater. It is fantastic for taking the chill off a basement or a drafty bedroom, but it is not going to replace your central furnace. If you are buying this thinking it will heat your entire living room on a freezing winter night, you're going to be disappointed. It is more about supplemental heat and ambience. On the flip side, the fact that you can run the flames without the heat is a huge win. I keep mine on just for the lighting during the warmer months, and it really does change the vibe of the room. The smart features are a nice touch, but they are not perfect. Connecting it to Alexa and the mobile app is straightforward if you have a decent Wi-Fi signal in your home, and being able to turn it on or off from your phone while you're still lying in bed is undeniably convenient. However, the remote control feels a bit dated compared to the app experience. It gets the job done, but it is a standard infrared remote that requires a direct line of sight to the unit. If you're already deep into a smart home ecosystem, you will probably end up ignoring the remote entirely. The biggest downside I found is the noise. When the heater is running, the fan is audible. It is not deafening, but if you are watching a quiet movie, you will definitely hear a low hum. If you are extremely sensitive to background noise, that might be a deal breaker for you. Also, if you live in an older home with older wiring, keep in mind that this draws 11 amps. If you have a bunch of other high-draw electronics on the same circuit, you might trip a breaker. It is worth checking your panel before you commit to the install. Is this for everyone? Probably not. If you are looking for the crackle and smell of burning wood, obviously look elsewhere. But if you want a low-maintenance, safe, and modern way to add a focal point to a room without the mess of soot and ash, the Touchstone Sideline is a very solid contender. It feels sturdy, the flame effects are better than most of the competition at this price point, and the flexibility to install it in an existing fireplace opening or a new wall build makes it versatile. Just make sure you measure your space twice before you buy, as the installation is a permanent commitment. You can find more details and the latest price through the link below the video to see if it fits your space and your budget. Overall, it is a well-built unit that does exactly what it promises, provided you understand its limitations as a supplemental heater rather than a primary one.